Let's say like, hey, Hebrew friends, this is Todd. So I went on eBay and I bought this cool artillery, and I don't have the Beam Blaster yet, but I do have the battery cover for Beam Blaster because it came with the battery cover. Now, I decided to get this. Let me do a sound check before we get going too far. Not even showing them live. If you guys can hear this, let me know. Give me a thumbs up or some kind of comment saying, yep, I can hear you, Todd. Well, this is not a good sign. All right, let me see what's going on here. Meanwhile, let me get some stuff set up while we're waiting for the server to catch up. Again, if you guys can hear me, give me a thumbs up.
Hearing is important to living life to the fullest.
Okay, I think it's working now. Testing, sound check. There we go. Cool. All right, so what I decided was I was going to use the Brave Star guns to test this because it's the same concept with the light beams, and it should be able to trigger this and see if it works or not. So I was hoping to have Rio Blast with his on, but I must have put him away somewhere. So we'll just use this evil bad guys right here. Tex Hex. I'm Tex Hex. And we'll see if we can get this thing to work. So first off, let's stand him up. Let's take him off. Let's go ahead and put some batteries in it. I just happen to have some AA batteries right over here. Hey, thanks, Feelings. Hey, Masterfar. If you want to see how much, click the link in the description. I do have the actual original auction that I bought it for in there so you guys could see. So I knew there'd be questions like this, like what it costs you and everything else. Now, my goal is to get the Beam Blaster eventually, too. Most of them are missing the battery cover, so that's why I was glad this auction had both. The battery cover and the artillery. And let's see if we can find an on switch. There it is. Well, that does not feel very clean. I don't know if it's on or not. So I really can't tell what it's supposed to sound like, because I've never had one before. If you guys have had these before in the past, we know it's supposed to make some kind of sound effect or something when you first turn it on. Let's go ahead and turn on this. And see if I can. You know what? From experience, we know that these lights set them off. So let's just take the light right here and see if we can set it off. And this should definitely set it off because it's the same light frequency that we saw worked with this as well and set them off. Nope. So I'm guessing there's some corrosion or something else in the switch. That switch just moved way too easy to be working. So I guess my next video is going to be how to fix an artillery. I guess we'll be taking screwdrivers and pulling this apart and ripping this all apart and finding out how it works on the inside and see if we can't fix this thing. Because I know the batteries are good. You can see there's a little bit of swelling going on in there. Is there a way to trigger this on the outside? Let me check my screwdriver here. See if we can't trigger this somehow. Yeah, I don't think I can. Okay. Well, stay tuned. I'll have to make a longer video on how to fix the artillery, because this one needs some TLC to work. But real quick, let's go ahead and look at the aesthetics of it. The idea is that you have your Beam Blaster that He-Man wears, and he shoots this right here, this big old circle dot target that's huge in the middle. And then this thing's to go pa-ching and take the warrior and fling him. Boo! And then, of course, it looks like he's been hit. Now, granted, he has this big giant gun with these shields on top, but it doesn't actually shoot any beams out to shoot a He-Man. It's only a one-way. It's only the target only. But still, it's kind of cool. It does have some wheels, so it's supposed to roll. But these wheels are pretty tight on here. The back ones kind of roll. But I imagine it's probably supposed to be like some kind of jet sled thing. So if I was a kid playing with this, I would have it fly around like you did in the He-Man movie, some cool jet thing, which by itself, that's kind of a cool looking thing. You know, I could see maybe even adding some more jet stuff on the back here to give it more of that look, as opposed to maybe, you know, a small hovercraft. Woo, woo, woo. I'm not sure exactly how I'd use it, but there you go. I'm surprised how tall the figure looks in here. I actually thought the figure would be like this tall in it, which makes a whole lot more sense because now his hands can reach. And maybe he's supposed to kneel on it. I don't know. Because if he kneels on it, now he's about the right height for everything. And it was made for these size figures because it was made for the original 80s figures, which is this size right here. So, there you go. All right. So, that's all I got for now. On the back of Battle Tank. Let me see what the question is. All right. So, do check out the link in the description and click it so you guys can see the auction I got. The guy packed it well. It was in a nice box. It had lots of foam around it and stuff. So, and he also shipped it relatively quick too. So if you want to know about the seller, there you go. You can look at his other stuff. It's just I don't think it said it worked in the auction. I don't know if the guy even tested it or not. So there we go. But it does feel like the switch does not have any connection in it whatsoever. So I'm guessing that's our problem, is the switch right here. I'm just going to try it one more time, just like before I kill the video feed, just to see if we can't jury-rig the switch. I'll even right at the light as I'm doing it. Yep, nothing. Not a thing. And a lot of them on eBay do say not working. So I'm guessing it's probably some kind of problem that the same would corrode really easy. But the design's kind of cool. All right. Anyway, like, subscribe, tell your friends, and I will see you guys next video. Let's see. Would be a cool spot for it if it could fly off on its own and consider it a tank. Yeah, that would be really cool. All right. I will talk to you guys next video. Like, subscribe, tell your friends, and it's a bummer it didn't work. Bye now.